Hi, everybody. Just give me one moment because I have to get this into the one moment 'cause- into the Facebook group because we're having some technical difficulties. So give me one moment. All right. Okay, so I hope I'm gonna be able to see the comments. I'm not actually sure because we're having a little small technical issue. So I'm not actually sure that I'm going to be able to see the comments, but I will definitely do my best to answer any and all questions after the live if that's a possibility. So I decided to do this town hall today because being a moderator in the group, I do see um, a lot of uh, concerns about um, spells backfiring or people not getting their intended results. And a lot of the times we would like to think that it is due from hexing or some type of uh, dark magic being performed on us. And a lot of times it's because we don't have a real grasp on what it is to be dealing in the practice of spirituality, or we don't know what it means to deal with our ancestors in regards to um, getting intended results for the things that we want. So, what I decided to do is kind of discuss these things with you guys in a way that you can understand. Um, so, what I wanted to start with is what is magic? Um, a lot of people have these ideas based on the images that are portrayed in social media and the media itself, whether it be through TV, books, movies, things like that. But as Ia always says, magic is measured by realistic change. It's things that you can actually see progress in your life based on the energy that you put forth to it, whether it be through candle workings, baths, or any type of prayer, petitions, and things of that you actually put together. It's not based on hopes and whims. There has to be some type of stable foundation in order for your blessings, in order for your workings to work and your blessings to lay upon. A shaky foundation cannot take the weight of anything before it starts to crumble. So if you are having difficulties trying to get your thoughts to manifest into reality, it may be some things on your end that you're not doing in order to ensure that that happens. Um, one of those things is time. You have to give your work some time to manifest. Everything is not immediate. It's not going to be, you blink your eyes like I dream a genie and poof, there you go. You got what you want in front of you. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, or it takes multiple tries of working that energy in order for it to manifest, especially if you are new to the practice and you really don't know what it is you need to do, whether that practice be spirituality, ancestral veneration, or whatever traditional religion that you're into, be it Voodoo, Ifa, or Hoodoo. Divining is a necessary tool for your work. You have to know, number one, if your ancestors or your spiritual deities are going to work with you in this working. That does help power your workings a lot faster, a lot quicker, and a lot stronger. You also have to be aware of if energy shifts or changes in the process of the working, because what you're doing is you are manipulating energy. So at any given time, energy can change and redirect. So you want to make sure that you are constantly pushing this energy towards the goal that you want. And you cannot do that without some type of divination, whether it be through flame reading, tarot, cartomancy, throwing bones, OB, whatever it is, whatever your specialty is. In order for you to be able to communicate with the spirit, you want to make sure that you are doing so with your work, because you want to make sure that your intended results are going to manifest. If not, once again, you are relying solely on hopes and whims, and that's not what we want to do, because that will turn your spiritual working into an arts and crafts project. Definitely don't want to do that. Now, spirituality also isn't a free for all. Even though we do have free will, every action and inaction has a specific set of consequences or responses. Ia talks about this all the time. Um, you can actually do some very powerful and almost impossible things through spirituality, but you first have to get through the mundane task. The first part of those mundane tasks is to actually realize what spirituality is, and that is the self-actualization that everything is connected. That we all are one, we all are different parts in a moving puzzle. So you definitely want to make sure that you go into this knowing that this is not just about you. This is not only going to affect you, it's going to shift the energy of everything and everybody around you. Spiritual work is also work. It's no different than the energy that you put into your job. It's no different than the energy that you put into your everyday life, your self-care practices, or anything like that. What you put into it is what you get out. So if you're not doing what you need to do in order to ascend and grow and evolve in your spirituality, then you're not really going to get anything out of it. Once again, you're just wasting a lot of money on pretty arts and crafts and saying, see, look what I can do. It's not really doing anything effective on an everyday level. Prayer and meditation are part of the mundane task. Spirituality is not like religion. my personal opinion, it's a reinforcement of religion without the dogma attached to it. So you can't escape prayer and meditation. In religion, they would call it reflective listening. Give me one moment. All right, I apologize. That's the little people. So, prayer and meditation are part of those mundane tasks. Now, when you make a prayer is pretty much like a petition. You are setting your intentions, be it to your ancestors, be it to God, be it to your spiritual court. Give me 1 second. So prayer is basically a petition to God, your ancestors, your spiritual court, whatever pantheon of energetic deities that you choose to work with. You actually have to uh, speak your intentions to these energies in order for them to work for you. When we say prayer, it's somewhat like what you would see in church or whatever spiritual background that you come from, but you can actually tailor it to fit your specific works. You don't have to feel like um, that you're going through any type of the same things that you did in religion, because what you're doing is you're requesting something from these spiritual energies, and you are speaking these things into existence so that way you can receive help. You want to make sure that you do this because there is a specific blessing from you actually speaking these things aloud. It aligns your throat chakra, and it also puts the energy and the vibrations of the things that you want out into the universe. Now, with meditation, meditation is you actually receiving answers back. Um, it may not be immediate, it may not be during the meditation, but what you're doing is you're allowing your subconscious to become still, and to calm your mind, or at least steady your mind, so that way you can receive this information back to you. If you don't create that highway for the coming and going of the information of what you want and what you need in order to get these things done, you're basically wandering around in the dark. You want to make sure that you at least get these two things down before you start to request anything from spiritual energies, because it may not always be them knocking something over, or moving something out of the way. It could be something as simply as you catching a thought that you normally wouldn't even think, or something comes into your mind to do, or you get a sudden urge to want to do something really bad and you don't know why. But if you don't open up that highway in order for that information to flow through, you shall never receive it. Now, your ancestors, elevated and recent, were once spirits having a human experience. They're not mythical creatures. Um, they're not what you see in TV. They are real energy that used to be housed in a flesh suit, walking this very same earth that you are walking in different times. But as we know, history repeats itself. So sometimes they have experienced the same or similar things to you. They are realistic in their blessings. So you need to be realistic in your expectations. Sometimes there's a blessing in no or right now. Your ancestors sit above you. They are in the spiritual plane. They know things that you do not know because they have a more omnipresence than you do. They are able to communicate with the spirit world. They are able to see outside. They have what's called a bird's eye view. So they can see farther ahead than you can. So when you ask your ancestors for something and through divination you are told no, it's not because they don't want to do it. Maybe they just feel like it might not be the right time, or they may have something better in store for you. Being told no, even from the spirit world, it's not a curse. It's not the end of the world. You're not going to die. You just have to tailor your expectations to be a little bit more realistic. And there's nothing wrong with that. You want to make sure that you are elevating instead of de-escalating. And what you don't want to do is you don't want to incur the wrath of your ancestors by not being obedient. Because, baby, they got a way of taxing that ass, okay? And this would be nothing like what you would deal in the physical plane. And who's to say how long that taxing will go? So you always want to make sure that you are appeasing them and you are cooperating with them. So that way you can elevate towards your life's purpose, or AKA your best life. Now, another point is that if you don't have a goal in mind for the intentions that you set or the things that you are expecting from your ancestors, how can you ever expect them to do any work for you? This is not a free for all. If they don't know if they don't know what you are intending for the end result, they will never be able to get you to that place. And you don't want to be going around in the dark. I'm sorry, y'all. My my laptop is almost about to die. And the last point is that if you do not venerate your ancestors and work with your ancestors, you cannot expect much, if anything, from them. What you feed grows. And if you cannot take the time, if you cannot take the time to give to them and always expecting to take from them, you cannot expect much, if anything, on their behalf if you are not honoring their existence. There has to be a give and take. So that's really all that I had for this. I just really want you guys to understand that there is a blessing in properly working with your ancestors. Your dreams can be manifested. You can get what you want. But you have to understand that they are not genies. It's not rub the lamp, ask your wishes, and they automatically get granted. You want to give your ancestors grace like you want to receive the grace from them. And that's pretty much the gist of everything. Once you understand that everything is all connected, you can definitely move better in your workings and in your intentions. I'm going to be actually going live again, more than likely in the group, or like I said, I will interact with this post to see if anybody has questions. But in order to make sure that I get what I need to get out of there, I will have to cut this short. So we do have the traditional mentorship available. We do have the community outreach available. We do have some upcoming ceremonies. All information is posted inside the Orisha Hoodoo Coven. And before I leave, I just want to say, as in all things, be fruitful and multiply, go forth and do great things, live long and prosper. May the force be with you, and may the odds forever be in your favor.